Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker.
Not since the Peterloo Massacre of 1819 has the state displayed such coercive power over the people of Greater Manchester. Oh, the irony, Madam Deputy Speaker, of those talking about one nation conservatism. It was Mayor Burnham who stood on the same, almost the exact same spot as Disraeli did in 1872 and spoke for a nation about what you're doing to our cities through this tiered system. What we have seen, Madam Deputy Speaker, this week has been nothing short of chaotic and incompetent. On Monday last week, the Secretary of State for Health told Greater Manchester MPs that we would be going into Tier 2 lockdown. We'd been there for 12 weeks since July without any support. Do you know what? He had unanimity in that room. He had our full support. Do you know what? That night, the Times leaked we were going into Tier 3. That was leaked to the national press. 7 days of negotiation follows. We're just 7 days older. And to make it worse, The Guardian then leaked that we were running out of ICU capacity. What this government's forgotten, that the former Chancellor, the member for Tatton, gave us devolved function over some of our NHS services, so we know exactly what's going on in the hospitals. And I'm looking at the journalistic gallery there. The Manchester Guardian should have known better to be leaking against the city where it was founded after the massacre. And this makes us so angry up in the north. The government came to power on the promise of levelling up. Those watching from Greater Manchester today will be reflecting on the emptiness of that promise. Tier 3 restrictions will hasten a soon army of mental health problems already being reported to me by local general practitioners. Along with protecting people's incomes, the government needs to prevent a mental health crisis. We here in this place are asking so much of the British people. We are asking so much. They've gone through so much for us. This coronavirus has got them at their wits' end. Another local Wythenshawe hero from my constituency, Marcus Rashford, will be subject at the next debate in this House. We are going to heap poverty upon poverty on the people who go into Tier 3 restrictions. The Prime Minister does not know how an area gets out of Tier 3 restrictions. He did not know the answer today when challenged by the Leader of the Opposition. So not only will we face further poverty in areas that go into Tier 3 restrictions, we are now cutting off the food supply of the youngest people. Do you know, the Prime Minister, Marcus Rashford, is teaching the Prime Minister a thing or two about how to bring people along with you when tackling such an important issue. Manchester this week has had a 17% reduction in coronavirus reported cases. Manchester in the city. The conurbation as a whole has flattened off. Yet we've been in these measures for 12 weeks, since July, and now the government wants to shut us down altogether for the next 28 days, with no end in sight. As a young councillor in the early 90s, Manchester was a dying industrial mill town after over a decade of Thatcherism. We've pulled ourselves up by our bootstraps to regenerate that airport, to regenerate that city, to bring back the jobs that we lost through the lost 80s. We are now an international cosmopolitan city, and you are drawing that away from us. You are pulling a rug under our feet by making our citizens materially worse off. This has got to stop, Madam Deputy Speaker.